Club members, welcome back to episode 3 of our Lightbook Journal / album. So we are still working in this middle section, and we're going to hopefully finish that today. So the first thing I want to do is work on the little inserts, the books. Our books. Remember last time we made our little journal and haven't done anything to the inside, but what we're going to do right now is cover the journal up. We are going to cover the front and the back with it. And I have all kind of paper things already cut here. So for the front of the journal, I am going to be making a little pocket on the front. Now the journal pages on the outside of the journal pages, these need to be 3 3/4 wide by 6 5/8 long. On this one, because I'm trying to make the most out of my scraps and paper from the collection, I cut it so it is exact size, but I just made it with a pocket in mind. So that way we don't have to waste paper. I can still get a pocket out here on the inside. And then on the inside of this, I have paper cut for this one. And I have paper cut for the back. Again, I'm going to use pocket. I'm going to use a plain piece of paper, I think, and put a little pocket in the back. And then we're going to put the back cover on. But before we put the back cover on, we're going to do some magnets. And the same thing with our little photo album book. I've already cut all the pieces, so this is going on the front. This will be our pocket on the front. And then we have all these wonderful little pages like this that are going to be going on as a waterfall. And then this will be covering up the back because we don't really need anything fancy on the back. So let's just start with one at a time, and we're going to do this one first. So we're going to lay our paper down. Let me get all the paper out so I can just concentrate on this. So, still using my Fabri-Tac. Truth is, I really like Fabri-Tac on these projects because it doesn't wet the paper up. But it is quite expensive, and I haven't found the Beacon Fabri-Tac or, stuff like this at Dollar Tree yet. Ours just doesn't carry it. And from what I understand from my friend Nora, who is a wonderful little club member, she said they only come in a small bottle. So by the time you buy 5 little small bottles to make a bigger bottle, you could have bought a bigger bottle. Okay, so then we're just going to put this down, and this is just going to be on the outside edges. Now, if you have a tape roller and you would wish to use a tape roller, by all means, go ahead and do that. But I find that glue works better when you're making little pockets because tape doesn't dry. So when you put your tape on, you stick stuff in your pocket, it can get stuck on it, and I don't want that to happen. Okay, so there's our little pocket for the front. And we're just going to glue a piece of paper on the inside. I'm not making a pocket or anything. I'm just going to glue. If I have scrap later and I decide I want a pocket on this one, I will make one for it at that time. But and these are the same size. It's 3 5/8 is what I said, and 3 1/4 by 6 5/8. Okay, so we're going to put our little pocket on the back. And I'm just using plain paper. I am supplementing just some plain pink paper and a couple of other few small sheets like the rose paper here that that actually match the collection quite well. Just trying to use up some scraps. Whoops. Okay, so I'm going to line this up with the bottom. I actually had this pink scrap. I would have cut it shorter like I did the other one, but I actually had this scrap and it was the exact measurement I needed, so, you know, I didn't bother cutting it. Okay, now before we put our last page on, we're going to put a magnet under there because this is going to hold our book in place on the bottom. So to do that, I'm going to take our little magnets from the Dollar Tree. These are pretty powerful magnets, by the way. It's been hitting my little metal ruler. Okay. So I'm going to put just in the middle of the book, I'm going to put a little piece of double-sided tape down there. Pull it off, and then put my magnet in the middle of it. It's pretty strong enough to hold it. Then I'm going to take another piece and put it on top of it. Okay. And then lay this down. This is just going to hold the magnet in place where I want it. Okay. I didn't really actually have to put that piece of tape down there, but it'll be alright. I should put it on this one. Make sure it's down good. Okay. And then I'm just going to find out where I want to lay the book. And I'm going to put that down. And then I'm going to peel off the top magnet from the bottom magnet. Hopefully. It's a little hard to separate them sometimes. Okay. Whoops. Alright, let me put this tape back down. And this will do this again. Okay. I'm going to add a little glue to this now because the tape kind of got squishy. It's okay. This is not going to show. And it's also going to be covered up. As well as this one. So when we put the book on, they'll find each other and it'll grab. Okay? Okay, so now that that's down, we're going to cover up our magnet on the back. Take this out of the way. And I wish I had a thinner magnet, but I don't. These are the thinnest, biggest magnets I have. Like I said, I have some little teeny tiny ones, but they're not quite strong enough. I'd have to put about 5 or 10 of them on there. And I really don't want to waste them like that. So I'm just going to cover this up. Just press down on this. Okay. So now all we have left to do, maybe is to decorate some of our pages if we want to. But I may just leave it like this. I'm not sure yet. So that's that. We can put that over there on the album to stay put. Now let's work on our other album. This is our mini picture album. And here is our front cover, which is going to be a pocket. Our back cover, which is just going to cover the magnet up. And these are our mats and our little picture frames. Now, these are cut at 3 and, let me see what I'd say these were. 3.5 by 3 3/4. Okay? And then the mats, these mats right here, are cut at 3 5/8 by 3 5/8. Now what we're going to do is, I wish I had a tiny scoreboard, but I don't, so we'll be using a big scoreboard. Alright. On the 3 3/4 inch side, we're going to score these at 1/4 of an inch all the way down on each one of them. So score at 1/4 inch. Oh, magnet stuck over there. Okay, so we have all our pieces scored now. And before we do anything to them, we're going to go ahead and fold our little flaps back, which after doing the scoring on here makes these 3.5 by 3.5. And because the book is such small space or whatever, I'm going to go ahead and decorate them on the outside before I put them onto our folder. We're going to be making a double waterfall booklet here. Our little album. Okay. So all we're going to do is take these and glue them onto our little waterfall pieces. And we're just going to sort of center those in the middle there. And we're going to do those for all of them. Now, I'm not matting the underside. I may go back and do it at a later time, but I'm not doing it right now. And nor am I going to be matching the underneath of the album, of the little waterfall. Now, I don't know if I mentioned, but this journal will be for sale. Light book will be for sale afterwards. And if the person wants more mats and things like that, then I will add them, of course. So I'm going to continue to do these. You guys don't need to see me glue all of these down. And then when I'm finished with that, I'll be back. Okay, so I have all our pieces on here. And we're going to lay them out how we want them on the book. Okay. So, actually, I think I want a pink one in the middle. Like that. So those 4 will be on that side. And these 4 will be on this side. So all we're going to do is start with the first one. And we're going to follow, make sure we have a good crease there. And we're just going to put our glue on the end of our little tabby here. And fold that over. And we're going to line it up with the edge of our book. I'm going to turn it around this way so I can see how I'm lining stuff up if I don't get all my glue knocked off. And kind of line it up in the middle so that you have room in between the last part of this book and this in your score line here. You don't want to go over your score line. Okay. And then fold it back and rub it down really quick. Now, then you're going to take your next piece. You're going to add your glue. And you're going to measure it up to this second line right here, where you laid down your first one, but not on the crease. You don't want it on top of your fold. Whoops. You just want it down like really below, like right there at the edge of your waterfall, so you can see it coming out at the bottom. And rub that down good. You're going to put it right there at the edge of it. So when you fold this over, you can see that there's something there. Okay. Then you're going to do the same thing. Put your glue on. Line it up with the edge down here. I don't know, my edge is off just a little bit. I need to move it over if I can still. You gotta make sure that your edges are lined up good. Okay. Then we're going to line this up on this edge right here. The bottom of your flap. Press down so that your paper is nice and lined up. Fold it over like this and press down again. Okay? And I may not have cut enough waterfalls, but that's okay. If I have to, I won't make it a double waterfall. I don't know. Or I'll cut some more. Okay. Down to the edge of where you laid the first one down. Press it down. Raise it up and then press it down again. So, that's your waterfall. And I think I will put some more down on the bottom down here. Okay, so we're going to continue on building our waterfall. Line the edge of your paper up to the edge of where you laid the other one down. And then and then press. So that's the only thing I don't like about using Fabri-Tac. It doesn't stick right away like my art glitter glue does. So you do have to be careful when you're wiping it. Okay. Just going to keep lining that up. Putting it on there. Okay, so that's our waterfall. And I take my bone folder and roll over it after it has a chance to hold for a moment there. Just to make sure it's flat and nice and stuck. Whoops. And you gotta wait for it to dry. Shh. Okay, so because I wound up putting all of them on this side right here, and I still may go back and add just plain mats to that, like a plain color, pink or whatever. I'm going to put just a little something down here underneath that. So let's look through our paper and see what we want to use. Since this is a little photo book, I have been through paper like crazy. Let's put us a little pocket down there. And then we'll maybe put us another little okie dokie. Alright guys, I have changed my mind about some stuff. Now you should know, I think I've told one of you, I think I told Nora, I am creating this album as I go. You can see here, like, I've been making notes and everything that I've done is written down. So that if any of my club members would like to get the written measurements and stuff, I will have it all down for you. But I think I want to do a different little closure. My mind changes, like, sometimes the wind. But I want to put a little closure on this belly band. On this waterfall. So I have a little strip of paper here. And I am going to glue this to the back of my paper. It's about a 1-inch strip. Not going down to the score line. I'm going to put this in the middle. Fold it over and glue it to the back. Remember, I'm covering this up anyway, so. Okay. And then this goes down to the bottom of the page. At the very bottom of this little pocket, I may not even make it a pocket. I may just put a piece of paper down here. I'm going to be using one of my teeny tiny little magnets. This is perfect for this. Okay. There's my score tape. I'm just putting a little piece of tape down here. Score tape is perfect for hooking on your magnets and stuff. You know, things just, well, I just don't want to say damn. Things just pop in my head all the time, and a different idea, so I change directions sometimes, so bear with me, guys. I just thought this would be so cute, though. Okay, so I'm going to take my little magnet, if I can pick it up. It's teeny tiny. And put it right down here in the middle of this. Okay. And then I'm going to glue this down. Hopefully it'll hold, it'll be strong enough to hold this. I'm hoping it will. Actually, before I put that down, I might put one more on there. Because they're pretty good and tight on here. I think that'll cover up both of them. Yep. Okay. So let's put our little paper on. We're not going to make a pocket. We're just going to put a little piece of paper there to cover our magnets up. Now, what we're going to do is put our magnets on top of this. Perfect. Okay. And then, don't want to put tape on them. No. No, because I don't want to pick it up. I'm going to put a little tape on the bottom of this. And not press down very hard at first. Okay? So we're going to put a little tape over that. Okay, and then we're going to pick them over the magnets. There we go. And we should have our magnets lined up where they belong. And then I'm going to take a little tiny piece of paper, thin paper, and put over the closure. Where that paper tape was, because I don't want it to be seen. And just snip off this right here. Okay. And then we have a little band that holds our little waterfall down. Isn't that cute? Then over here, I think I am going to put in another pocket, which means I have to cut some more paper. But let's do the front first. Because we have lots more to do, and we have spent way too much time on this. So, part 4 may have to come after this, after we finish our books. Because I'm pretty sure my video is going to stop recording pretty soon here. So I'm just going to see if we can get through with this first. Alright. Now you have seen how I put the magnet and stuff on. So I may go ahead and put the magnet on the other side if we don't get finished. Okay, there's a little pocket. And then a little belly band. There's our book. I still may put a belly band over this. I'm not sure, but we still got to put our paper over it first. Alright. So this is going to go right beside. So they're going to have double pockets. And so we're going to put our magnet on. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then when I come back, we'll do part 4. Because I'm pretty sure I only have about 30 minutes on here. So, I'm sorry it took so long to do this part, but, you know, we'll just keep going until we get it finished. Alright, guys, if you have any questions, leave me a question down in the comments section. Thank you, my supporters. I appreciate your loyal support again, and I'll see you back in another few minutes or another day with part 4. Bye.